Well, hello everybody, I am back. I know that a couple of days ago I posted 3 videos of the full circle moment that I had, realizing why I always made it a point not to be a bother to people. But we got to go back because when I made that video, those were my raw emotions. I hadn't processed anything that had happened. I was just living in that moment. Well, I've semi processed what happened, and this is what happened. I think a lot of things I kind of left out of those other 3 videos because, again, I hadn't processed the things and I was really running off emotions, which we shouldn't do. So let me go back. So you got to watch the other 3 videos. They're like 10 minutes each. I'm trying to keep all the videos at least 10 to 15 minutes because I want to get my point across. Okay, so this is one of the things that I left out when we were at the funeral and I was standing there talking to Dawn, and I look over and my best friend is standing like close to us, and I say to her, because me and this girl have been best friends since the 6th grade, she's never met my father because I didn't grow up with my father, right? She didn't know what he looked like, nothing, right? So I say to her, this is Don, my dad. And this is the part that began to trigger me, was when he said, as I'm saying to her, this is Don, my dad, he says, oh, am I? So that began to trigger me because for whatever reason, he got 100 billion damn kids. I'm the only one that he says is not his kid. Okay? Only me. Throughout the years of me conversing with him or showing up to family events that my uncle dad invited me to, because it's never him, the one that helped my mother create me. He's never the one to invite me. It's always my uncle dad. And my uncle would introduce me to people, or people would ask me, who am I? Because they've never seen me. And I'm like, oh, I'm Dunn's daughter. If he's around, he would say, oh, am I? Or don't be telling people that. So I got triggered. That was the beginning of the trigger. That was the beginning of me going into a semi emotional state where I had to internally tell myself to calm down, because I could have cussed him out. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, he was finna get Regina. He wasn't gonna get Eliza. He was about to get Regina 1994, 1993, 1995, when I was a teenager and I didn't give up about cussing somebody out. But I had to maintain myself because that was in the time of the place. And then I'm better than that. Or am I? So that was the beginning of the trigger. The second part of the trigger was when he was standing there and telling me about what this great friend he is to his best friend, how he shows up for his best friend. He takes his best friend to work. He drives him to church in the morning so he can pastor because his best friend's eyesight's going out. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I done called and text you, and you don't call or text me back or answer my phone calls or my texts. So that is why I got triggered. Because here we are, I'm almost damn 50, and he's in his 70s, and he's still with these damn shenanigans. Like death is not upon both of us, right? I don't know what it is about these two people that they don't think that these vessels that we in, they deteriorate. I think the reason why I'm just really in my feelings and pissed off about it and triggered by him is because I know how I am. And the fact that I have reached out and tried to facilitate a relationship with you when, if we look at the big picture, he does not deserve to have a relationship with me. Let's just be clear. Because he didn't want it and he doesn't deserve it. Being the woman that I am right now, he does not deserve it. But I have extended myself more than once to try to facilitate a relationship with you, and each time you shit on me. Each time you think it's funny to tell people that you're not my dad. Like I don't have feelings. Like I'm not a damn person. Like my feelings don't matter. I think that's the part that's really triggering me is because you act like, again, you're still treating me like that 5-year-old girl who you will come to your mother's house and you wouldn't even acknowledge me. Even now, we are 50 years out almost, and you still won't acknowledge me. You're still thinking it's funny to tell people that I'm not your child, or you're still saying things, slick shit like, "Oh, am I?" Or he'll be like, "Girl, don't be telling nobody that." You ought to be glad out somebody want to tell somebody that you they damn daddy because you ain't did shit for them. Let's just be clear on that also. So that's why I got triggered. I did not realize I felt like that. I thought I was past that. I thought that was just one thing that I had been like, I could mark off my list. Okay, you got yourself healed from that. Now I got to go back to the drawing board because it looks like I'm nowhere, no shape, form, or fashion healed from the abandonment, the neglect, and the tomfoolery that is this man that helped my mother made me. Mind you, my mother was like 16 when she had me, and he was 22 damn years old. Too old to be messing with a 16-year-old. I'm going to digress. So, this is why I was. If you have never felt unwanted, then you don't understand what I'm saying. If you have never felt unwanted by a person that should want you because they had unprotected intercourse and they made you. You didn't ask to be here. You didn't ask for these people to be your parents, but here we are. And now I'm in the melee of the tomfoolery. And now what do I do? I don't even know because at one point, this is how bad it got. I told my uncle dad, I said, you know what? I'm going to ask him for a DNA test. I said, and as much as I love you, I hope he agrees to have the DNA test. And I am manifesting and hoping he is not my dad so that I can wash my hands with the bullshit that is him. That's where we are. I want to ask him for a DNA test. And my uncle says to me, there is no need for you to do that. And I said, why? He says, because me and your older daughter have matched up on Ancestry.com. We are related. You are his child. Deep down inside, I don't want to be his child. Deep down inside, I do not want to be his child. But for my uncle to tell me that, it did something to me too. Because I was like, you know what? I'm praying and manifesting that he agreed to having his DNA test done and that he's not my dad. Therefore, he can be right. And I can go on with my life and maybe find out who my real daddy is. And if he's not with us anymore, maybe I can meet his family. Like I was running that kind of thing in my head because It's just too much. It is just too much to be raised in a single parent home, and then he's already showed me when I was younger that I did not matter, that he wouldn't acknowledge me. And now as an adult, you put me back in that child mindset that we trying to heal our inner child. Remember, I'm trying to parent myself the way I wanted to be parented. And parenting myself the way I want to be parented includes having a dad. So now I'm having to be my mother and my father and parent myself. How do you do that when you don't know what it looks like to have a dad? So this is my takeaway. If you are trying to get yourself healed, don't be so quick to think that you healed from certain things. Give yourself time, give yourself space to fully get yourself completely immersed and healed from those things that are causing you low level and high level trauma. I don't like to journal, but at this point, and I'm always telling someone, you should write down your feelings, you should journal. I'm a hypocrite. I give people advice about journaling, I don't do it. I'm gonna have to, because I didn't know that feeling of not being acknowledged by him was so triggering. I just didn't even realize it. It's like, girl, you've been your whole life without a father. What is your problem? And this is what I know the problem is. It doesn't matter how old you get, you still got that child inside of you, and you still have those childlike qualities and properties inside of you. And who doesn't want a loving relationship with a person that made you? And I think that's my problem. That's where I am now, and I didn't realize it. I thought I was so removed from it, and I'm not. And I don't know how that makes me feel. So I'm saying, because I'm gonna close out, don't rush your healing. And when you are trying to get yourself healed, you got to get out of your head, and you literally got to be in the moment of that situation. I feel like I was not in the moment of those situations, that I was like, I'm over him. He don't want nothing to do with me, and that's why I want nothing to do with him. But now I got triggered because you put me back in a mindset and those feelings of you not acknowledging me when I was younger, and you saying those cruel damn things, saying that I'm not your child. He said that when I was a little girl too. And you're still saying that shit. And my thing is, if you truly don't think that I'm your child, then why haven't you asked for a DNA test? You didn't take care of me. You didn't raise me. You did not do anything to help my mother with me at all. Your mother did to a certain point when I used to go see her, but that's it. I don't even know if I'm hurt, but I'm just so pissed that I'm already dealing with childhood stuff that I'm trying to get myself healed from the person that raised me. Now I'm dealing with childhood crap from someone who didn't raise me, who didn't want to be in my life, and how that made me feel then, and how it's still making me feel. And I don't. I don't even have any lasting thoughts. So I pray and manifest that everyone is having a great day or night.